Good morning, and thank you for your interest in Kumba. Kumba delivered a strong performance in the first half of 2019, clearly demonstrating that our value over volume strategy is certainly paying dividends. Our value over volume strategy delivered an EBITDA of 20 billion rand, an increase of almost threefold, resulting in an interim cash dividend of 9.9 billion rand. To achieve this solid financial outcome, we've pushed the business in a number of ways. To maximize the benefit of high price, marketing to the right customers at the right time, producing the right product for those customers, optimizing on the geography, all of these delivering value and enhancing cost discipline even as revenues go up. In the first 6 months this year, we have delivered a net cash of 18.8 billion rand. Furthermore, we increased the return on capital employed to 105% on an annualized basis, well above the 32% achieved in the first half of 2018. Looking at our performance highlights, we produced around 20.1 million tons of iron ore, just over 13.8 at Sishen and around 6.3 at Kolomela. Productivity on primary equipment rose from 63% of benchmark at the end of 2017 to 67%. Export sales of 19.9 million tons reflect the benefits of our improved engagements with Transnet and working closely together to improve system reliability and performance. Stocks at the mine and ports improved to 4.5 million tons from 6.2 million tons reported at the first half of 2018. Our high product quality was maintained at similar levels to the comparative period, at an average FE of 64.3% and a lump to fine ratio at 68%, while premium products made up 24% of the sales in the period. Total revenue increased to 34.5 billion rand, 77% higher than the same period last year. The strong revenue growth was largely driven by a 57% increase in the average realized iron ore price to $108 per ton, and the rand weakening by 16% on average against the US dollar to 14 rand and 20 cents, compared to the same period last year when it was 12 rand and 30 cents. Kumba achieved an average cash break-even price of $32 per ton, an improvement of $14 per ton compared to the first half of 2018. EBITDA of 20 billion rand reflects an increase of 189%, almost 3 times that of the same period last year, supported by controllable factors that include marketing, quality, and efficiencies, thus delivering a 35% or 2.4 billion rand gain. Capex in the first half increased to 2.2 billion rand from 1.4 billion rand last year. The main drivers of the increase were stay in business and deferred stripping capital. Cash generated from our operations increased to 18.8 billion rand from 11.7 billion rand in the 2018 comparative period, ensuring that our balance sheet remains resilient. We achieved a net profit of 13.2 billion rand with headline earnings of 10.1 billion, more than triple the 3 billion reported in the 2018 comparative period. As indicated, we have announced an interim dividend of 30 rand and 79 cents per share, representing a 98% payout ratio on headline earnings per share. We are committed to South Africa and our partnerships, which are key enablers of our sustainable growth. Since the first half of 2017, the base period against which we measure our Tswelelopele strategy, our share price has grown by over 190%, and we have returned around 39 billion rand to our shareholders in dividends, demonstrating our commitment to value creation. Our long-term success is closely linked to that of our employees, contractors, customers, suppliers, shareholders, government, and our mine communities, and we continue to share value with them. Our employees and their families received 2.4 billion rand in salaries and benefits. Through the dividends declared, we created 13 billion rand of value for shareholders, employees, and our empowerment partners. We contributed 3 billion rand in income tax and royalties of close to 900 million rand to the South African fiscus. We spent 6 billion rand with BE suppliers, 900 million rand of which was with our host community businesses, and another 71 million rand on local social investment projects. On the safety front, we marked 3 years of remaining fatality-free, keeping our safety commitment and honoring our sacred covenant by ensuring that all of our colleagues return home safely to their loved ones each and every day. The health and well-being of our people is equally important to us. We have steadily reduced levels of exposure to our primary occupational health hazards, namely noise and dust. Our environmental sustainability program resulted in no major reported incidents in the last 3.5 years, and we rehabilitated 22 hectares of land. Finally, on our guidance for 2019, we are planning total production of between 42 and 43 million tons and sales of between 43 and 44 million tons. We have revised our capital expenditure guidance up to between 4.9 and 5.1 billion rand. Kumba's results for the first half of 2019 show that our company has world-class assets, a resilient business, and our value over volume strategy is clearly working. We have committed employees and contractors and a winning strategy to deliver superior value through the cycle. We are rooted in South Africa, where our long-term success is underpinned by our mutually beneficial partnerships. In closing, I would like to thank our Kumba employees and contractors for their sterling efforts, my colleagues on the Executive Committee for a superb team effort, the Board of Directors for their leadership and guidance, and our stakeholders for their continued support. Thank you for tuning in.